Guy Nation, what's poppin'? Crazy Dog coming at you on the Buckin' Crazy YouTube channel with my Ohio State Buckeyes, Oregon Ducks, Rose Bowl game recap. And you know how they call this game the granddaddy of them all? Well, what we saw today was what I would call the granddaddy of all whoopins, as the Buckeyes went out there and once again they played pissed off as they went out there and they took care of business in convincing fashion, might I add, right? As they defeated the previously undefeated 13 and now 1 number 1 team in the nation, Oregon Ducks, by a final score of 41-21, and now they advance to the Cotton Bowl where they will be facing off against the Texas Longhorns, which means horns down, baby. And the best part is, tonight, the Buckeyes got to enjoy some nice roast duck. And now next week, they're going for some steaks. Oh, yeah. So, looking at this game, right, and right from the beginning, Ohio State came out and punched these fools right in the mouth with one of them Mike Tyson uppercuts right to the chin. I mean, literally, 3 plays, touchdown, Jeremiah Smith. Like, they wasted no time. When these guys struck, they struck quick, as they were up 34-8 at halftime. And then they just coasted along the rest of the game, and they ended up winning 41-21. And yeah, now you look on social media and the entire Oregon fan base is quiet. Like, if you listen closely, all you hear is crickets and crying. Yeah, because they really thought they was going to beat us again. They always say it's very hard to beat a team twice in a season, right? And you know these guys were waiting for this rematch. We've been wanting this rematch ever since that game in October ended. Because honestly, we were kind of screwed by the refs. You know, they called that stupid OPI on Jeremiah, and then they didn't give us the timeout after Will Howard slid. Well, we left no doubt tonight. We made sure it didn't come down to some BS call like that. We, as they say, put belt to ass. Straight up. Again. And if we see this team against Texas, we're going to the natty, bruh. If we see this team the rest of the playoffs, we're bringing home another natty. Because nobody can keep up with this team when we're playing like this. There is no team in the nation left that can score at the rate that we can. Like, straight up. You have to play a damn near perfect game to even keep up with Ohio State. The only team that can beat Ohio State is Ohio State, as we saw in the game against the team up north. To this day, I'm still wondering, what was that game plan that they had? Did they literally sandbag in that game so they could get this whole situation, right? Where they didn't have to worry about being off for like 3 weeks between games, right? Because a lot of people are probably going to say, oh, yeah, you know, Oregon was kind of screwed by the scheduling. Yeah, but that's what you get for being good, right? It is what it is. Got to deal with it. So, looking at the stats for Ohio State, Will Howard, absolute masterclass tonight. 17 of 26, 319 yards, 3 touchdowns. You mean to tell me in the 2 games against Oregon this year, Will Howard had 6 touchdowns and 0 interceptions? This dude absolutely cooked the Ducks himself. Right? Now, mind you, in that game in October, he had 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. So he combined for 6 touchdowns. That's freaking crazy, man. Oh my God. But on the ground, oh my God. What a performance by Ohio State running back Travion Henderson tonight. 8 carries, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns. Quinshawn Judkins even had a great game too. 17 carries, 85 yards for him. Jeremiah had 1 for 5, and Will Howard had 5 for -3. All right. You look at our wide receiver stats. Yep. Could not stop Jeremiah Smith. 7 receptions, 187 yards, 2 touchdowns. It's funny because for those of you who watched the live stream on my main channel, my power actually went out the first time right when we forced a turnover on downs, right? Ohio State just got the ball back. My power comes back on. I get everything set up, and I look, and we already scored again. I was like, oh. And I looked, and yep, Jeremiah Smith, of course. Mika Buka, 5 receptions, 72 yards, and a touchdown. G. Scott had 1 catch the first play of the game for 30 yards. And then Trevion, 3 for 20. And then Cornell Tate had 1 for 10. What really impressed me the most was our defense. In that game in October, we had 0 sacks. Tonight, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, or someone like LeBron James. 8 sacks. 8. 2 from Cody Simon. 2 from JT. 2 from Jack. 3 even got a sack. Lathan Ransom. We had a damn party in the backfield. Meanwhile, on their end, 0. Oh, that's tough, man. They had 1 sack in the last meeting. They had 0 tonight. That's tough. And the best part is, Will Howard did indeed take care of the ball. No turnovers. Beautiful. I absolutely love that. Right? I love that. We took care of the ball, and we beat the crap out of them. We beat the soul and the will to live out of the Oregon Ducks. You love to see it. You really, really do. Mm-hmm. We put the fear of God in the Ducks. Yeah. So with that being said, let's take a look at my post-game observations. Number 1, that get back a mother effer. Mm-hmm. We got our lick back big time. Yeah, we brought out the belt again. Number 2, Jeremiah Smith is indeed inevitable. You can't stop him. You can only try to slow him down. And even then, you can't. And number 3, 8 sacks, baby. 8 sacks. Yeah. And like I've said, man, Oregon fans were running their mouth all week. Right? Well, what happened? What happened? Again, what happened? Huh? Phil Knight's money ain't going to save you now, huh? Couldn't save you tonight. And what's even funnier is there were some incoming Oregon players who should have been Buckeyes, but they decided to go follow the dollar signs and go to Oregon for whatever reason. And I'm wondering, were they in attendance at the game today? Because if they were, and they had to watch this whooping in person, ooh, that's tough. That's tough. I mean, could they follow the path of Dallas Wilson and back out of their agreement and then jump over to Columbus? But honestly, I think that train's already left the station. It's too late now. Gotta stay with Oregon. Sorry. You know? Like, imagine how sick they would be if we win a natty. They could have been here. Especially Naeem. He was a Buckeye for the longest time. But then he wanted to go follow the money. I guess it was some sort of shoe deal. Go play for Eugene, Oregon, right? Go play for Phil Knight. What if we win a natty now? Oh, that'd be tough. We're going to be flaunting that thing in their faces like, hey, Naeem, you could have had this, buddy. You know, nah. You could have been witnessing this in person on the good side. But no, you want to go over there. Have fun. That's all I'm going to say. We don't play them next year, of course, unless we see them in the Big Ten title game or whatever. But, yep, we'll be seeing them again soon, though. Be at 8 sacks for the defense. Beautiful, beautiful number to see. For a defense that really couldn't get to the quarterback for a while, it seemed like they did change something up, and it's been paying dividends. because they've been getting after the quarterback like crazy so far in the college football playoff. Look how many times they got after Nico against Tennessee. And then look what they did against Dylan Gabriel. And if I'm Quinn Ewers, I'm watching the tape and thinking, ah, crap. That'll be fun. But yeah, it's horns down, baby. We cooking some nice juicy steaks next week for sure. We had some nice roast duck tonight. It was delicious. But now it's time for some steaks. Oh yeah. Now, talking about my MVP or MVPs on both sides of the ball for this game. On offense, no surprise, Jeremiah Smith. Yeah. And on defense, I went with the front seven again. Because again, they got after the Oregon Ducks, right? Get this. In terms of the Ducks rushing attack, Jordan James, very good running back, but 28 carries, minus 23 yards, mostly from Dylan Gabriel from those sacks. Yeah. 12 carries, negative 43 yards from Dylan Gabriel on the ground. He killed us on the ground in that first matchup. Clearly, we learned our lesson. Noah Whittington had 6 for 3 yards. Jordan James, 7 for 14. They could not run the ball on us at all. Mainly because by the time they really got going, the score was already like large. It was like, I don't even remember, man, but he could not run the ball at all. Like, for real. They finally got on the board and it's 34-8. It's like, well, damn. Well, damn. But to be fair, they did have a lot of success through the air. Mainly because they were forced to throw the ball because they were getting their backs blown out on defense. And they had to try to come back from a seemingly insurmountable deficit. But yeah, they tried, but they couldn't do it. So that's all I got for this one, guys. And yeah, we back next week against Texas, and again, horns down. Let's put more belt to ass. You know what? Let's make some belts out of some cowhide. Yeah. And then have some steaks with it. Yeah. All right, guys. I will see you all later. Go Bucks. I'm Crazy Dog. OH. I'm out. Bye bye. Yeah. This win feels as good as any win recently, for sure. Like I said, though, that get back is a mother trucker. And it felt good. Very good. Bye bye.